going on, YouTube world and YouTube tribe? And welcome back to Little Bit Man Gaming, bringing you. Told you I was gonna be doing some reviews, a review for the movie Old. You know how I like to start the things off. Thank you for coming to the channel, watching this review. Let's get into it. A thriller about a family. This is the synopsis before I give you everything else. A thriller about a family on a tropical holiday who discovered that their secluded beach where they are relaxing for a couple of hours, you know, just getting some fun in the sun, you know. I want to just let it all go. Just let it. Nah, I ain't gonna sing it. But yeah, for a few hours, it somehow causes them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. So there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna try to, without making this a super long video, but I'm gonna try to get through it. So the couple in question, you got a main couple, then you got, you know, two other couples, but the main couple is Priska and Guy, husband and wife, with their daughter Maddox, the eldest sibling, and the younger sibling Trent. So they go on this, you know, they're on this nice remote tropical island, and you find out that Priska and Guy got something in common with the couple number two, which I'll get to in a minute. But there's trouble in paradise. The Priska and Guy are having marital troubles. So, and it's gotten to the point where they want to, you know, since they're married, you know, there's some legal documents that got to be signed, if you know what I mean. So their trip is not really to reconcile, try to get on the page before those events happen. It's more so to give Maddox and Trent one final big happy, you know, family vacation before they happen to unfortunately reveal to Trent and Maddox that, yeah, mommy and daddy are kind of, it happens, kids, you know, just mommy and daddy sometimes they just go their separate ways, you know, it is what it is, right? But they were introduced to couple number two, which is Charles and Crystal. Charles is a doctor, a surgeon, I think, too, at that. With Crystal, his wife, who is a trophy wife. She's a trophy wife because, as you obviously probably know, Crystal is like a young, you know, trophy wife means she's like a young, mid to late 20-something, maybe early 30-year-old woman, while Charles is a mid to late 40s, maybe 50-year-old man. And Crystal and them have a daughter. Crystal and Charles have a daughter named Cara. That's couple number two. So, at this point in the movie, though I introduced both the couples, at this point in the movie, the first couple, the main couple of Priska and Trent, we introduced to them. You know, we see how happy he is. Then we learn about the marital troubles and the real reason why they part of the real reason why they on this vacation. There's a theme. Before I get any further, I forgot to mention in the intro. This is a movie made by M. Night Shyamalan. He's the guy who responsible for the Unbreakable series. You know, Unbreakable, Split, and Glass, Sixth Sense, and the not so well received movie of the Last Airbender. You know, I whispered that because we don't talk about the Last Airbender. You know, that movie's yeah, you know, everybody's human. Some people, you know, even for directors and writers, there are certain movies that are just hit and miss. But he has some great movies. But not the Last Airbender. So M. Summerline, you know, he's actually a character within this movie too. And the reason why I bring that up is because he's a I won't say a central figure, but he's part of the central figures of this movie. Because for me, anyway, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but I don't remember M. Summerlin making a movie where he has more than just one scene for a couple of minutes. Like, he's actually in this movie, not throughout, but he's got more than one scene. This is the first time that I noticed that M. Summerlin is in a movie for more than like a couple of. He's in there for like a couple of scenes. So yeah, they get to the island. You know, they greeted by the island manager. You know, he's given. You know, he gives them this weird, almost like rehearsed greeting. And they show up with these drinks, and these drinks are basically when you reserve your stay at the hotel. They ask you. I guess one of the questions they ask you is, you know, what type of alcoholic like beverage you like. What's your favorite drink? And they have it prepared and made for you when you get there. So, you know, then they get there. You know, Trent and Maddox, they see the island, they are normed by, they get taken to the food area. Trent then happens to meet, I can't remember the boy's name, but I know he's the nephew of the manager. The manager and, you know, basically the big boss guy of the island. He's like the nephew to that guy, and Trent and the boy becomes friends. Now I'm gonna get to it at the end. There's an underlying whole. M. Summerlin says the message, about the message he wanted to send, but yeah. So then, you know, they have, you know, they love it. Then we get a scene where they're arguing. You know, it kind of goes to their marital troubles. We get a deeper look into their marital troubles, and there's breakfast time. That's where we meet couple number 2 of Charles and Crystal, and along with, I forgot to mention too, with Charles and Crystal and Cara are Charles' mother Agnes and I think Agnes' dog. But this is the scene where we introduce to couple number 3. Couple number 3 is Jaren and Patricia. And they don't have a kid, but they're just essential to the plot. Yeah, we introduced them. The reason why I mentioned that is because this scene introduces them with one of the plot twists. One of the little major breadcrumbs of why everything is happening is how we meet Jaren and Patricia. And that's not saying I'm not trying to spoil. I'm not spoiling anything. That's not saying they are involved in why that's happening. But one of the major connections between all the couples is how we meet Jaren and Patricia. Also, there's another connection between Charles' marriage with Crystal and Guy's marriage with Priska. Now, Priska and, you know, like I said, they having marital troubles. Charles and Crystal are also having marital troubles. So now that I got the couple out of the way, the manager, he overall at different points in time, I think we don't see it with couple number 2 and 3, but we do see it with couple number 1. He suggested all the couples about this beach. It's a nice little secluded beach, private. They can be there, won't be disturbed. You know, he sells it to them great. He sells it to them so great that they like, all right, yeah. Well, you know, we're here to, you know, we're on vacation. We're here to experience the ambiance and everything. So yeah. Sounds good. You know, sounds good. So they all go. But before they get there, we meet 2 more characters. 2 more characters to introduce here. A rapper going by the name of Mid-Size Sedan, which I'm guessing is a parody. M. Summerlin probably wanted to make a parody of how sometimes rappers have ridiculous names. So we meet Mid-Size Sedan and a mysterious woman with Mid-Size Sedan who basically doesn't says anything. She just basically she looks back flirtatious like with Mid-Size Sedan, and she strips naked and jumps into the water. And the next thing you see is Mid-Side just walking up to, walking up just a little bit closer, but he got sunglasses on and watching her swim in the water. So that's the last time we see them until the couple gets to the beach. Now the couple is on the beach. They're enjoying the ambiance. They know it's Mid-Side sedan, but they just figure, hey, he's just another person trying to enjoy the beach. Nothing too abnormal there. And then Maddox noticed Mid-Side sedan, and she's like, Dad, that's Mid-Side sedan. And he's like, who? She's like, he's a famous rapper. So she knows. So in this universe, she knows Mid-Side sedan's music. So at this point, everything's good. Everything's good. They, enjoying the beach. And then a certain event kicks everything off. Everything gets kicked off because of this certain event. And this certain event got them, wanting emergency help. So they tried to get emergency help. But they realized for some strange reason we can't get back off this beach. This little beach. Yeah. They tried to leave, obviously the same way they came, and realized something's happening, and now we can't, for some reason we can't get off. Obviously, there's no details here, but it's something prevents them from leaving. At this point, they're trying to figure out what to do. They're not getting no cell with service, even though it was strange that they was told by M. This is where you first meet M. Night Shyamalan. I forgot to mention that on their way to the resort and to this beach, it's revealed that the driver who's driving them is M. Night himself. He's playing the character of just like the person who drives you from the airport to the resort, if you have that order, and he drove them to the little secluded beach. So so that's one of many scenes he's in, but yeah. So now they try to realize he was the one who told them that they could be, when they ready to leave, just call them. They'll come back and pick them up. But they try to figure out, why did he say that if there was no cell reception right here? How did people get off if there was no cell reception? So now it's a big mystery. In comes couple number 3. Couple number 3 is the last couple to get there, and they're like, "Oh, great! Your guys are here. We have a situation. We need to actually go back and try to get to the guy who brought you here because, there's a situation." They like, "Wait a minute, what's going on? What's the situation?" And they point to the situation, and they like, "Holy crap!" They was like, "Yeah." They frantically trying to explain. He's trying to, and Jaren, he's trying to calm them down and tell him, like, even if you could go back, and even if you go back, you won't get to him because he's gone. He's already gone. So Jaren and Patricia, they trying to call for help, and they can't get help either because they can't get service. So they try to leave and realize they can't realize whatever is preventing the other people from leaving is affecting them too. So now we got all 3 couples. We got Mid-Side sedan. We got a event that's putting Mid-Side sedan as a prime suspect, and the event starts to unfold. Now we got the rapid aging of the kids and all that type of stuff, and there's a reason for the rapid aging, and that's what made, like, because this event already got them worried that then the other events start to happen with the rapid aging. Then unfortunately we have our first passing of the movie, but the passing serves as a focal point, because the first passing focus on one particular group, because there's 2 different. It says rapid aging. I know what the trailer shows and the synopsis says rapid aging, but the rapid aging, I will reveal, only happens for a certain group, like a certain group, and that's the kids. The kids rapidly age now. The dogs rapidly age too, but not at the rate of the children. If you get where I'm trying to go with this, the children, they figured out that thanks to the children's rapid aging, they figured out that every half hour, basically every 30 minutes, is equivalent to a year, which means that they realized that means a whole hour, 60 minutes is equivalent to 2 years, and they break it down, and obviously that means another 60 minutes or 2 hours is equal to 4 years of your life. So they realize, I think what they come to the realization that it was, and Miss Sedan's the one who brought this to realization. He says that he tells them that roughly, if our estimate is right, then we're going to roughly live out 50 years of our life in a single day, almost a lifetime. So it's a race against time, because we realized that the first death was due to the fact that, it was a person that was already of adultness, So the things unfold in the race against time, and as they realize time is not on their side, because every time and how long it takes, they realize the kids, they got older. And the kid, like I think the kid, like Trent, Maddox, and Carr. Trent and Carr was 6 years old, respectively. Carr just turned 6, Trent was 6, and Maddox was 11. Trent and Maddox went from being from 6 and 11 to 16. From 6 and 11, to 16 and 11. Trent became 11, Maddox went to 16, and Carter also turned 16. Then they age again. I think Carter and Trent aged again. They aged from 11. Both 11 to then I think they catch up a little bit to Maddox. They both aged to about 16 to 18. Events unfold. The kids realize some people die, and eventually the mystery is solved. But was it solved too late? The other thing I want to point out too that's great about this movie is the underlying message, and the message that they send is because it's a message. The message he put in the movie is that everybody in the movie, not just I think except for the kids, but I think it's mostly all the adults, is that everybody's not living in the moment. Either somebody's living in the past, somebody's living in the future, but they're not living in the moment. And the underlying message is that live in the moment and not in the past or the future. As you'll see that people mention that a lot in this movie, and it's just like it took people dying and it being too late for people to realize that they should be living in the moment instead of living in the past or the future. Things like that. So there is a sinister plot, and like with M. Night's movies, there's a sinister plot, there's a sinister twist. I won't get into it, but for some it might be good, some might be like, oh yeah, I saw that coming a mile away, whatever. That was horrible. But overall, there's a good and bad. But if I were to give this movie anything, I would give it a 7.5. Big ups, because the movie, in my opinion, the movie is a great. Is it like one of those movies that you could keep going to the movies to go see? No, maybe not that good, but it is worth going to the movies to see at least once. If you enjoy like murder mysteries or mysteries and M. Night's particular way how he do mysteries and whatnot, and you enjoy that, this is a good movie that he nails the mystery. He keeps you intrigued. You want to know. It keeps you into, because you want to know why they aging like that, why things are happening to them like that. Is it supernatural? Is it something else? It gets you to wanting to know that. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. It's a great movie. In my opinion, if you think, for those who enjoy movies like this, you will enjoy it. I will say it. Some of you won't enjoy it, I see comments of other people's reviews. So it's some people that just want to enjoy it. Some people that will enjoy it. But overall, it's a great time. If you can enjoy the movie, you will enjoy it. I enjoyed it. And yeah, that's all I got. I do got a reaction coming up for you guys for the new Chucky TV series. So yeah, I'm going to do a reaction to that. But if you enjoyed this video, then hit this button right there in the upper right corner for all of my review videos. And if you truly and really and deeply enjoy my review and my semi non-spoilerly breakdown in the movie, then hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn that notification button on too. And as always, hit any one of these videos wherever they pop up on the screen for more of my amazing content. But that's all I got. Yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for that reaction. Peace.